thought maybe it was locked. Teeth chattering, you stand within the cold cellar, hugging yourself from warmth. A creature made of ice hovers playfully on the far side of the room. I vaguely remember this room. Although it's funny, because one thing I remember about the room... I'm not ashamed to say this place is mighty scary. Well, yeah. It's scary because there's a ginormous friggin' spider frozen up there. Or something. Oh, look, there's a key in here. That is a ginormous key. Why would I uppercut the ice? It's your fingers exploding in pain. Yeah, that would suck. Boy, you'd better be paying attention to that failing torch you're holding. If I might give you some advice, make sure you have enough unlit ones to light before it goes out. Doesn't it play music when it's about to go out? Talk to it. Not knowing what to say, you introduce yourself to the elemental. The creature replies by blowing air in your face. Alright. Oh, it opens. I really wasn't thinking that it would open. For some reason I keep thinking that... Ah, yes. The smell of brimstone rises within this chamber as a pair of glowing eyes watch your every move from an opening in the far wall. Now, if memory is going to serve correctly, I got to take the shield first. Oh, what the hell? Alright. Don't take the shield first. That was the original Shadowgate.
'Tis a sad thing that your adventures have ended here.
Shut up, Blackmere. It is a sad thing that my adventure ended there. Let's see where resume goes. I did save at one particular point in time, so I'm not too devastated. Alright. Interesting. Wonder why... Oh, it's my hair. Apparently the green screen thingy thinks that my hair is green. The same color as my back wall. That's funny. Okay. Moving on. So, I have no hair. I have no hair. Oh, it's gonna start me like here? Oh my god, you bastard. Alright. Well, let's just go in here, take the torches. That seemingly was all we could do. I didn't even look at this thing. A frozen mass of a massive arachnid is encased in a thick layer of ice. You shake your head, wondering what the thing is and how it got into its predicament. Yeah, for real. I don't think this works, but... Oh, it did work. Well, shit happens, so it worked, okay. You thrust the lit torch in the ice. After a moment, it began to melt, and finally revealing the key it encased. Alright, I'm taking the key. Not seeing that friggin' dragon. I obviously need to evaluate my, my supplies. Evaluate my supplies. Let's see. Wrought iron key. Half a hand in length and pitted throughout. Half a hand? No, that key was like the size of my arm. I don't know what half a hand you're talking about. Alright, we read this. I'll just look at it again real quick. Yeah, okay. Outfit, we equipped that. We got the spell invoking. The translation of this spell glyph is invoking. Your mind glimpses some spectral person at the edge of your consciousness. Okay. Let's open this door. Let's try door number 2. See how I end up getting stuck, though? I mean, I do. I go, I get myself burned. Taking the torch. This torch is welded to the bracket. What? This torch is welded to a twisted metal bracket. Oh. Well, that cleared up that problem real quick. You punch the torch with a squeal of protest. It pivots downward its metal bracket. Hear a mechanism release and then a rumbling beneath you. You jump back as the tomb in the center of the room moves slowly across the floor, revealing a stairway leading down. Well, okay. I just noticed myself. For some reason or another, I am like completely and totally vanishing into the fucking green screen. If I sit up a little bit. No. I just look like some disembodied head. Ah, that's so frustrating. Oh, look, there it is, the original Shadowgate music. When you open the tomb, a horrific creature is released, letting out a piercing cry that cuts into your very being. It's a banshee, the harbinger of death and disease, and you feel a momentary stabbing pain before the specter winks out of its existence. Now, I think I just cursed myself. Your vision clears and the episode passes. That torch of yours needs some attention. Be sure to stock up on unlit torches and replace yours once it gets too dark to see. Ah! Now, that's the music that says, if you don't use a torch, soon, you're gonna be fucked. There you go. And now it's happy. There we go. The ancient wrappings quickly go up in flames as the mummy is consumed. A sword that was buried inside is revealed. See that? That was nice enough to light all the damn torches. Bibby, you talking shit? This long sword is ornately carved and of excellent craft. I guys, your Retro Queen Gamer back with episode 2. Now I'm going to, if you notice a couple of things that might be a little askewed, it's because the game file that I had, for whatever reason, at this particular room, at this particular point, ended up being erased. So I have an idea, unfortunately, on what's coming up. So because of that, I'm probably going to look like I'm rushing through a few things, you know, because unfortunately, and it's sad because we did have some good footage, but unfortunately it's all, you know, been erased or basically lacking any audio. And then go figure, I tried doing a test run to make sure everything was working well, and I tried this yet again and played another 25 minutes to a half an hour, and that ended up not taking because I had already used up all the space in my crappy $3,500 MacBook. So go figure. I do have, thankfully, an external hard drive lying around my house. Anyway, I'm basically back at the point. The one thing that does suck is I'm gonna have to open the Banshee door. There's a sword inside the coffin. So I'm pretty positive I'm going to have to open up the Banshee door anyway, but I'm pretty positive I get cursed when I open the Banshee door, but I guess that's something that's forced into the gameplay. I just wanted you guys to be aware of why I'm replaying this area. Alright, and without further ado, I'm going to continue doing what I was doing. So we are, oh wait, I just want to double check to make sure. Yep, we got our mouse now. I had also recognized that there was no mouse, so you guys couldn't see what I was clicking on. I'm hoping that it doesn't drop my frames too low, because unfortunately my $3,500 MacBook also really sucks with having decent frames per second. I don't know why. Another thing that you'll notice is now that you see me, you're also seeing that there's a flickering behind my head. Is because I'm ill-equipped to do this, and I'm doing it for shits and giggles, so it's not like I can invest money, but I'm trying to do what I can with the limited supplies I have. So, apparently everything works good. Thank God. With my terrible look, it'll probably mess up somewhere along the line, so yes, thank you, Banshee. Freaking asshole. So one thing you'll notice about the Banshee is that the screen gets rather blurry. The reason for the blurry screen is because I believe you're slowly dying, and that's what it says. You feel a momentary stabbing pain before the specter winks out of existence. Now, I can still do things like open other coffins, right? And it'll stipulate, you know, the lid slides open with a grating moan. And now it'll tell me that my vision cleared and the episode passed. So I don't really know how many episodes of Banshee Curse we can go through before we end up actually being killed by the Banshee. Of course, I'm not gonna sit there and lag a bit on this because I had already opened all these coffins before, and I had figured I can use the torch to burn the corpses. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm gonna burn all these guys. Now here we end up getting a shield, which, you know, thank God we get a shield. So, but yeah, basically we're, you know, we apparently don't care much about the history of the wizards because we're just burning them all. Yeah, so I don't know, you know, I guess Black Mirror I mean, I'm hoping this isn't like Lackmir's student or something like that, but... And I don't think I necessarily have to light these things. I just like lighting them. So this was where I was at the end of the last episode, where, you know, I took the sword. And then in this particular thing, we also have a shield. I am going to automatically equip the shield, something that I have learned that I should have been aware of that I could do. And that gave me an idea about other things that I probably could have done. The scepter, I don't really know what that's exactly for just yet. I believe, I'm not positive what's in the scroll. It's been 2 days since I've played, so... Alright, a drawing of a castle with a single tall spire in the center has been scrolled on the parchment. A single line points to the exact middle of the tower, and next to it these words, 3 times right, then once pulled down, twice past midnight, points the ruined crown. Light becomes dark, the king sits enthroned, the masked one revealed shall mark the stone. Now, I think I know what this is for, but I haven't figured it out just yet. Oh, okay. So, this is the skull, that I had found, which was where I'd used it was the end of, well, technically the end of my last recording, but you didn't get that. So, I am going to take the skull, and open the bag, where we get another scroll. Now, this one... What is this one? I don't remember what this one was. While the writing is difficult, the danger is real. Alert the surrounding lands. Oh, seal off the passages into the Gatekeeper Mountains. The wax seal shows an eagle in flight and is signed by someone named Fandrel. So we had already looked at that one. The handwritten scroll is faded and difficult to read, but you can make out one passage. When Majal's tail lights the northern skies and the alignments are in apogee, then shall the water nourish the tree, and the eagle shall fly with the wings of fire as it is watched by the all-seeing eye. I have no idea what that riddle is. But maybe I will come across something that will allow it to make sense. Oh, I'm a few spells behind from where I was the last time. Okay. And if we... Oh, look, it gives us the option to speak to the skull. As you say a few words to the skull, you get the sense that it's trying to communicate with you as well. Well, that's very interesting. I'm surprised Yorick has nothing to say. Matter of fact, looking at the skull, it is identical to Yorick, so maybe it's like Yorick's twin brother. Because, you know, besides the mark on his forehead... the mark doesn't appear to be carved, but rather fused into the bone. Well, that's pretty freaky, I ain't gonna lie. Alright. So yeah, now we have the shield and the helmet equipped. And I believe that's all we do in this room. If there was anything else to do, I forgot. Okay, now I remember this room. So, this is the mirror room. Now, I'll probably highlight a picture in the corner so that you can see, but there's actually twice the amount of mirrors here than there was in the first game. In a way, I kind of think that's cool. I'm taking the torches. And there's a broom here. I have not found a use for the broom, but I know what the broom is for from the last game. But I imagine since there are quite a few differences in this game, and chances are the original... Oh yeah, that was another thing. I had made mention of it in the comments, but I'm going to say it out loud. In the last episode, I had actually mentioned that it was a fan that had made this game. It actually wasn't a fan. It was the original designer who had a hand in making this game. The company that he now works for is indie. It's a rather new company. Yeah, he actually went on to develop his own studio, I guess, and made his own company, and so now that's what the opening sequence. What is it, ZOJOI? I'm not gonna say it right. It's a very strange name, but it's actually located in Virginia, which is actually really close to me. So maybe when I'm done with school, I'll go ask if he needs an extra game designer or level designer, because I do love his concepts. They're very good. Um, so yeah, this is a cracked vial. I have not found a use for it just yet, but I did find it rather interesting that they have a cracked vial there. And then there's these large rocks that are in the room that you can actually look at. I haven't figured out any functional use for the rocks. This room filled with mirrors reminds you of the Elven Funhouse at King Otto's Fair. Which is funny because I actually think that that was the exact same thing they said in the last one. Now, when I look at a mirror, which is funny, I don't know if all of them are exactly the same, but there was a couple of mirrors that I just kind of randomly punched. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was this one. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you strike the mirror with a quick, effective jab, and the glass shatters with a crash. But you can't continue punching the mirror. And then other things like the foot and the speak, like I guess we can speak to the mirror. Looking at yourself in the mirror, you rub your jaw and mutter to yourself, I could do with a shave. Your quips in agreement, silky smooth. I wonder if each mirror says something different. You strike a pose and flex your muscles, saying all this and brains too. Much to your chagrin, Yorick laughs uncontrollably for a few seconds too long. It's actually funny. Now I wish I would have looked at the first mirror. You twirl around and ask playfully, does this make me look fat? Yorick just sighs in response. You look at your reflection and say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough. Doggone it, people like you. Oh, I didn't read any of these the first time. I just kind of kept punching them all. That is funny. So, movie. What movie was that from? Was that Ladybugs? No, because even then Ladybugs was a spoof on that. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. Why would Yorick even know that? Thinking too much, Nat, thinking too much. You point to your reflection with both hands and say, looking good, give me a break. Yorick sighs in exasperation. I'm thinking when it's yellow, that's Yorick. And then this was another option we have. Apparently, we can just walk into the mirror. I don't understand why, but I have tried walking into the mirrors. You walk into the mirror smacking your head. Ouch. You're not much of a conversationalist, are you, lad? I don't cheat, Yorick. Okay? I don't cheat. So, give me a freaking break here. I have announced it in the beginning. I am stubborn. I like to find things out on my own. Had I thought it otherwise, I probably would have left you outside in the rain. So just be happy you're toting along. Open the mirror? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess... You run your fingers along the mirror's frame. No hidden latches or releases. Nothing. I don't think anything. I mean, wouldn't you notice that right out the gate? So yeah, and each mirror has a different look. You admire your dashing figure. So this one's like a normal mirror. You look at your reflection, it bulges out a bit as if something's pushing it from the other side. So that's a, you know, like funhouse mirror. Although it does do the service of this mirror, casts a fine reflection of yourself. So that also seems like a normal mirror. You catch some movement behind your reflection. You jump back in surprise before looking around that room. That seems like the demon mirror. The surface on this mirror appears warped in an odd way. Either that or your hips really are that big. Alright, so we basically tried walking into all the mirrors. We tried opening all the mirrors. We've tried looking at all the mirrors. We've spoke to all the mirrors. You mop your brow of sweat that glistens there and say to your reflection, this is getting intense. York agrees enthusiastically and says, intensely smelly, you need a bath. Ah, York. There are some things I would say. There are some things. I mean, I don't think that you can use any of the mirrors. So yeah. I did punch all the mirrors. Now, these 3 mirrors I think you can break, but if I try and punch these mirrors, it says you nearly break your knuckle striking the reflective surface. Perhaps it's enchanted, right? But then I can punch this mirror. Oh no, wait, you nearly break your knuckle striking. Perhaps it's enchanted. I knew. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. There are some mirrors that you can actually punch. Any tinkle of glass? I don't use tinkle in that way, but sure. Okay, so these 3 mirrors, which means this one can be punched. Okay. And all the cracks, like this crack looks different than these cracks. Because if we look at it again, shatters, mirror, sparkle in a mesmerizing way. And if we look at this one, the jagged crack mars the reflective surface of this mirror. Metal can be seen behind the broken glass. But once again, we can't continue punching it. So, oh, okay. There's a hatch here. You tug on the hatch, but it appears to be secured from below. So, that was all. I actually did more in that room than I probably did my last playthrough. Alright. So, I had, after I picked up the shield and had figured I could equip the shield, had realized what I could probably do in the dragon room. Well, I say probably. What I can do in the dragon room, because I actually did do it, unfortunately. So, it won't be so much of an excitement thing. And I did end up dying a couple more times in the dragon room. Which, unfortunately, I don't have filmed. Which is sad. So, I'm going to equip the metal shield. Alright? Now, the wooden shield, had I left it on, he would burn me to a crisp. Because it's made out of wood and doesn't really do much to protect you. So you gotta automatically equip the metal shield. And it says, in one fluid motion, you unbuckle the wooden shield and strap on the iron shield in its place. The ancient beast released from the scorching stream of fire. You raise your iron shield just in time to block the dragon's flame, dispersing it harmlessly to either side of you. Thank you for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, and if you enjoyed these broadcasts, want to see more like them, I don't know. Hit like and subscribe. That's all I can really tell you. You can see the follow-up video to this video. Nope, not there. There. Yep, that video will be there. That's the next video. We could try this again. Let's try this again.